My name is Helsha Acuna, and I am a professor of Native American Studies. I've been here, this is my 11th winter, so 11 years I've been here. I am pretty much the whole Native American Studies department, aside from the teachers that do the languages, the Shoshone and the Arapaho language. When I was first hired here, I knew that an issue might be the fact that I wasn't from this reservation. I'm an outsider. Even though I'm Indian, I'm an outsider. But then I also realized it might really be a good thing, because if they're only going to hire one person, you have two tribes on this reservation, you're going to have to, and you only hire one, that can cause some conflict between the college and the reservation communities. But, you know, being an outsider, I knew that would raise an issue. Based upon the nature of our community, based upon my realization my first few years here that there seemed to be an assumption that I needed to correct. And that assumption was that if it's Native American Studies, then only Indians take those courses.
In other words,
and I had to address that immediately, because Native American Studies, whether you're taking a class to fulfill a general ed, you're taking a class just for the knowledge, or you're majoring in Native American Studies, it is open to everybody. Moreover, I think that it is really needed as a way of educating our communities about each other. My family is either in Alaska or in New Mexico. I'm Apache and Aleut. Although I did spend a good part of my life in California, because my father was part of the Indian relocation, which was during the 50s, to get Indians to get off the reservation to go to big cities and learn how to get into a trade. My dad got into construction. So I spent a lot of time in California. Politics of being Indian is real complicated. And, you know, that has just been a given, whether it's here or in California, but it certainly is an issue. I had been afforded a great deal of freedom to, you know, attempt some things that probably wouldn't be easy to attempt at other colleges. With team teaching, I had an opportunity to add another level to the nature of the courses, not just the curriculum, but the actual human interaction that goes on.
What? Do you chew it? Do you
You
swallow
pop
it
it in spite, swallow it in spite.
The first class I team teached here was 4 or 5 years ago, and it was a course that I created with Jane Warren, who is the communications professor here. And it was a class on intercultural communication. And for the first year or so, she and I team taught it. And we thought, this is wonderful, because we're talking about intercultural communication. And here we have, teaching the class, not just diversity within the student population, but the teachers themselves are diverse. You know, she's a white Euro-American Catholic woman, and here I am, you know. And it worked. It was so wonderful. I team teach this semester alone. I have 3 classes I'm team teaching. I team teach a federal Indian law class with Jeff Hoskins, who is the head of the Rural and Homeland Security and Rural Sciences. I team teach philosophy with David Gray, who is an English professor. And I team teach a course with Todd Gunther, who is, this is his second year here. And he teaches anthropology and archaeology, and he's a great local historian. And so it's wonderful. Todd also team teaches. I invited him last year, and he agreed, and we'll do it again in the fall, the class on Indians of the Wind River, because he is a historian of, his knowledge, his research he's done is just so incredible. He's very well respected on the reservation. He's very well respected in his discipline of anthropology. He's published many books. So to have this kind of here's an Indian woman and a white man, and wow, they're really getting along, aren't they? And they laugh a lot at each other, and they can tease each other. For teachers who are of different, especially white and Indian, to tease each other directly about their ethnicity in front of students, it almost knocks them on the floor, because it's like, you can't do that, you know. But we're like, no, we can, because we're doing it affectionately. We're taking the bite out of that old stuff and making fun of it and saying, here we are today. And I can lovingly, with respect, look at Todd or look at Dave or look at Jeff and go, typical white man, which I say all the time in class. And the students love it. Or he can look at me and make fun of me because I'm a short Apache, you know? But this is the kind of stuff that we do, along with, of course, having curriculum that has just flourished because there's two of us now. This paradigm is very much, it's non-hierarchical place, the dimension. This is one dimension of power. And if you add on, we have such a diverse population here. You know, the fact that the Indians and the Euro-Americans, you know, we live with each other, we live next to each other, we, you know, and that offers us a wonderful opportunity to, you know, for a student to want to go to college and to say, I'm going to go so that I can get my degree. And most of us think these days, and rightly so, that, you know, going to college, getting a degree will translate into a better life, more money, you know, of course. But here, you get that, but you also get a diverse experience that you won't get anywhere else in the state. Heck, you don't get it in many places around the country. We are, I believe last year, we were the community college in the United States that graduated the most Native American students of any other college. So we're very successful with that. We care a lot about our students.